Perfect. Okay, Jalen, so what is your name and where you're from?
My name is Jalen, and I'm from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Okay, what did you come in for, or what were your symptoms?
I came in because I've had a lifelong problem with back pain, starting when I was a teenager. I have slight curvature of the spine, and I've lived with back pain most of my life, and I think that I did go to some chiropractors throughout my life, but I never found anyone that believed that they could correct my spine. It was always just addressing the symptoms, and so that's what I was doing, was just addressing the symptoms most of my life. But after I passed 40 and the pain, had gotten to the point that it was affecting my day-to-day abilities to do what I wanted to do during the day, then I knew I needed to find. Then I was on a search for a solution for my back. So my symptoms were I could not sit for longer than 15 or 20 minutes at a time because I had such bad lower back pain. About once every couple of years, my back would go, what people who don't know what we're talking about say, my back would go out, but and so to the point that I could barely move and would be laying in bed for 3 or 4 days until it went back in, I guess, or whatever. So and that problem of back going out ever so often and being totally incapacitated was kind of starting to pick up. Mm-hmm. So so I knew I had to find a solution.
Great. Now, what results did you get?
Well, the first result I got was, this office has been different from the very first moment that I stepped in here, because this office, everybody believes in health and healing, and there is a very positive atmosphere, and it permeates everything that they do. So from the very first day that I came in, I could tell that just the focus was on health and healing. The second thing that happened after the first day that I walked into this office was Dr. Bergman, after looking at my x-rays and just evaluating me, said to me that I had had a neck injury and wanted to know what happened to my neck. And I had not really thought about my neck that much. Every so often, I mean, yes, I did have upper back pain, pretty severe upper back pain, but I had not really felt like I had a lot of neck pain necessarily. And probably my primary complaint when I first came in was low back, and that's totally solved now, but I mean, from my perspective. But anyway, he was talking about this neck injury, and I couldn't think of any neck injury. I was like, I don't know, I was in a car accident maybe in 2007, but it wasn't that serious, and I don't feel like I was really knocked around in the car that much. And he said, no, this is way older than 2007. He says, this is old. Something happened to you, when you were pretty young maybe. And I could tell he was like, so tell me about it, what happened? And I could not think of anything. I was like, I don't know. And I could tell, like I said, like he thought maybe I was even like hiding it. So that night I went to the hotel and went to bed, and I woke up at midnight with the answer in my head as to what happened. And I had a scooter accident, and I had a Honda scooter that would get up to like 55 miles an hour, so that it was a reasonably fast little machine. And I wrecked it in some mud, and I hit the ground pretty hard on the right side, and my helmet stuck in the mud. And so my redneck family thought this was hilarious. We didn't go to the doctor. In my family, you didn't go to the doctor unless you were dying. So it's never really occurred to me how bad I probably hurt myself. I know I had a concussion. I just know that because now as an adult and as a teacher, I know how to recognize the symptoms of concussion in students at school. And so thinking back on it now, I was like, I had a concussion. I was upset. I was like crying and dizzy and confused the next day and all kinds of things. And so I just think it's interesting that, and the other thing about that neck injury was that I did not connect my back pain to it. So I just think it's interesting that he just evaluated, just from, I don't know, a brief evaluation in the grand scheme of things. The very first day he met me, knew something about my life that I couldn't even remember about my spine. So, so the results that I've gotten is they have they took, of course, initial x-rays. They have x-rays many times, and so they are showing me with the x-rays the correction that my spine is undergoing. And it is amazing to see how almost straight my spine is now, that's cool to see. And they've gotten a normal curve in my neck, an almost normal curve in my neck, and I can sit pretty much as long as I want to most days. I would say that happened after the first 60 treatments or so, that I was able to sit pretty much as long as I want. I mean, it's not good for anybody's back to sit, forever, but so now I can sit. I also like to write, so and play video games, so I need to be able to sit. So they got me back to my stuff I want to do.
That's awesome. Okay, so do you have any closing comments you want to add?
Just that when I'm from Colorado, as I said, and people are always like, why are you going out to California to get back treatments? And the answer is because, to me, I've gone to a lot of chiropractors. I've probably been to 6 different chiropractors in Colorado Springs, and I mean, there are many more that I could try, but to find an atmosphere where it's not just positive and where they believe in themselves, because I've gone to chiropractors like that too, but couldn't deliver the goods. Couldn't actually, didn't have the knowledge base and the passion for chiropractic and the passion really for people that they have here. So, I would just say that, to anyone who is looking for answers, if you have not been able to find answers in other areas, I think you're in good hands in this place.
Awesome. Thank you so much.